Hello friends, here I am Kirandeep Garg from UGM Shiksha Kendra. Today we have covered the basically second part of chapter 45. Chapter 45 is the first chapter of module E. First chapter of module E, which is business ethics. As in the last lecture we have discussed some important principles of business ethics and also the Gandhiji philosophy of trusteeship. In this lecture we have discussed one condition which is asked in the last exam also, and which is important to understand what is the meaning of ethical crisis. So let's start with the today's lecture. I am Kirandeep Garg from UGM Shiksha Kendra. Our Facebook page is Aim to Achieve and our Telegram group is JAIIB JAB UGM. For all handwritten notes, you have to mail on our email ID ugem2493@gmail.com. Actually, many students don't follow the books, and before exam, basically 2 to 3 days before the exam, they start watching lectures, which does not result positive. Most of the students, at least 40 to 50% of the students, not able to clear the exam. The main reason is the study material. If you follow our notes, then chances of clear the paper increases by 70 to 75%. Rest your efforts. If you revise 2 to 3 times our notes, then 100% you have to clear the exam. So this is our email ID for notes. So let's start with the today's lecture. First is ethical crisis. So what is the meaning of ethical crisis? Basically, ethical crisis, it means it is an event. Ethical crisis, how ethical crisis comes, basically plays a role. It is an event, not an event. An event which is unforeseen. Basically, the event which is unforeseen and poses a major threat to the organization, and poses a major threat to the organization is called crisis. Basically, the event which is unforeseen and poses a major threat is known as crisis. Incidents, some incidences like what are the types of, like frauds or computer data theft, terrorist attack, or natural calamities like rain, thunder, tsunami. These are all part of the crisis. Any one of the incident can happen. So when these type of incidents happen, there are 3 types of condition arises. First is pre-crisis. Second one is the event of crisis. Third one is the post-crisis. So here in this lecture we have discussed all the 3 events in detail. What is the meaning of pre-crisis, event of crisis and the post-crisis? So first of all we have to discuss what is the pre-crisis. Pre-crisis is that situation. Pre-crisis is that situation where company feels that everything is under their control. Basically, this is that type of condition, pre-crisis, where company thinks that everything is under their control, and their main motive here is profit. The main motive here is to earn the profit. So this is the condition of pre-crisis. And what is the meaning of prevention of crisis? How to prevent the crisis, basically. So to prevent the crisis, first of all we have to identify the crisis. We can prevent the crisis only if we have to identify the crisis. So how we can identify the crisis? How? basically crisis by internal sources or by external. If the crisis by external sources, then how can we identify? Carrying out internal audits. That's why in banks internal audits are done to prevent from the crisis. Carrying crisis by internal sources. How can they identify? Carrying out internal audits on a regular interval. Audit helps in identifying the weak ethical, weak ethical areas. Audit helps in identifying the weak ethical areas, and the manager. Audit helps in identifying the weak ethical areas, and the managers control the problem if that arises in ethical audits. Basically, the head of the organization control the problem that arises during the in ethical audits. So there are two types of screening. Screening is to be internally or screening is to be external to prevent the crisis. Basically, screening internally means basically a relationship with internal organization, like a relationship with whom? Stakeholders, employees, customers, suppliers. Basically, screening internally means such as a relationship with stakeholders, customers, suppliers, etc., or employees, etc. Rising complaints. Basically, they raise complaints regarding about products. Rising complaints regarding products that jeopardize. Basically, jeopardize meaning exposed to the risk that jeopardize the public reputation. What jeopardize? Basically, what exposed to the risk? The public reputation of the company. Public reputation of the company of following unethical practices. Basically, when internal screening is done, it helps in protecting the public reputation basically of that company, because they know by internal screening where the problem is happening. So in the external screening is basically a firm needs to monitor all the factors which are beyond its control. Basically, in this, monitor all the factors, external screening, all the factors which are beyond its control. Because when these factors turn unfavorable, firms may have to face consequences. Because when external factors are unfavorable, firms have to face consequences. So a company has to done screening internally or externally to protect the reputation of the company or to protect the ethics of the company. So after that, there is one law basically introduced by Government of India in 2011, whistleblower policy. Most important. 2 to 3 questions directly from this policy. Here this policy is not in detail. In chapter number 48, we will discuss this policy in detail, where what this policy means. Basically, first of all, we have discussed whistleblower protection. This is the Whistleblower Protection Act, introduced in 2011. Basically, it protects people. What this act? It protects people who provides information. Basically, it protects people who provides information about what about wrongdoings. Like some person is doing any fraud or doing any wrong work which harms the reputation of the company, then the person who informs that other person is doing any wrong work, and the person is protected under whistleblower policy. So basically this policies encourages employees or individuals to come forward with any information, basically to come forward with any information pertaining to illegal or unethical activities. Basically the information which is illegal or unethical activities like bribe or fraud, etc. This policy helps protect the interest of the person who signals such wrongdoing. Basically protects the interest of a person, who doing basically who wrong such, protects the person signals such wrongdoing. So you have to remind what is the whistleblower policy and when it is started. So what next is crisis situation. When the crisis happen, then what is the situation? It is the event, basically it is the event that triggers the crisis, basically that triggers the crisis and then recognizes, basically it is the event that triggers the crisis, CRISIS, then recognizing the particular event, as a crisis situation, So example, let's understand this with example. Like we have know that Kingfisher Airlines or the basically Vijay Mallya, founder of the Kingfisher Airlines. As when the Kingfisher Airlines declares failure of business, so when this company declares failure of business, this basically announces major borrower of the bank announces bankruptcy, that they has no money to pay to the banks. Then at this time ethical leaders has to play a role. Ethical leaders are the first one, basically at this time ethical leaders at this time are the first one to recognize the crisis, like when this happen. SBI is the major lender and SBI recognizes the crisis and caution other groups or other groups that this organization is in a danger, and please don't provide any further monetary help to this organization. So this is the way ethical leaders play their important role. They have to recognize the situation and protect other organizations. So what happens after the crisis? This is the post crisis. Basically when the crisis happen or incident happen, then what will we have to do? Basically investigation, why this crisis happen, investigation and identification of the key reason of crisis, of crisis is also carried. Basically this helps in the recovery phase of the organization. Recovery phase of organization, first of all investigation, then identify what are the key reasons of the crisis. That helps us in the recovery phase of the firm. A reputation or goodwill, this is most important. Reputation and goodwill of the company is most impacted during crisis situation. Like you have, all of us, we know that Yes Bank is in crisis because the condition of Yes Bank is not good. Then what government has? Government asked SBI to invest some money in Yes Bank to protect the interest of the customers. Basically to protect the interest of the customers in Yes Bank, they asked SBI to invest money in the Yes Bank. So in this way, basically to maintain the reputation or goodwill of the company during the crisis situation. And during this situation, one more thing, during this situation, company also tries, basically during this situation, company also tries to prove to its stakeholders. Basically stakeholders are most important one for the company. To prove to its stakeholders that organization has legitimate sources to exist. Basically organizations have legitimate resources to exist, and it can be trusted, So these are the 2 to 3 points which happen after the post crisis, basically after the happening of the event. So one more point is basically discussion is business ethics an oxymoron? Is the business ethics an oxymoron? First of all, we have to understand what is oxymoron. Oxymoron is simply cruel kindness. So what is the meaning of cruel kindness? Discuss. Like sometimes there are some situations arising in the organization, like business, basically business might have, or organization might have to adhere to practices, basically to follow practices, some practices that are unethical or unpopular, Basically sometimes there are some conditions arising in the organization that organization have to follow some practices that are unethical or either unpopular. First of all, like that, layoff basically expel out workers from the organization, either temporary or permanently. Like sometimes organizations does not have to handle large amount of workers, so they start layoff. Basically layoff might negatively affect people, because when workers are announced to give up their jobs, it affects negatively on the people. However, it is an immoral act. It is not an immoral act. Because why it is not an immoral act? Because company has not able to hire, basically to continue with that much number of employees. That's why they are starting layoffs, because business is not going well. Second is closing down. When company or organization closing down a manufacturing unit, lot of workers lost their job when closing down a manufacturing unit, or hiving off. Basically hiving off means to separate, hiving off unprofitable business. closing down of manufacturing unit or hiving of unprofitable business is essential. Sometimes this is essential in certain situations for survival of the business, because all these conditions sometimes necessary for the organization to survival of the business, basically to protect the jobs of other employees. In such cases, if the organization behavior is ethical, or ethical organization will compensate the redundant staff. Basically, when this type of conditions arises, the ethical organizations will compensate the redundant staff. Redundant basically means extra staff, and will assist them, basically, and organization will assist them to finding other jobs. So this is the business ethics. So also we have, you understand now what is the meaning of oxymoron. So in this lecture basically we have discussed regarding the crisis situation of a crisis situation in an organization, and after that oxymoron, either business ethics is oxymoron or not. So in the next lecture basically, which is the last part of chapter 45, basically chapter 1st of module E, ethical foundation of banking. Ethical foundation of banking. This is the part which we have discussed in the next lecture, and also 7 to 8 MCQs of this chapter which are asked in the previous year exam. So if you like our lecture, please press the like button and subscribe our channel. Please subscribe our channel if you like our video, and share with your friends. For notes you have to mail on our email ID, and for all lecture updates subscribe our channel and join our Telegram group. So thank you.